Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My name is Hakeem and I want to solve homework 4. First of all, we go to the location www.kernel.org and download the latest release 5.15.1 to get the resource code of the Linux. After that, we begin to look for the task struct, but it was very difficult to find it because the file was very huge. So I go to the location bootlane.com elixir. This website make searches for anything you will in the source file. We make a search for task struct. Now it will give us where it's found. There is many places and we look for them. We found our task struct in the include Linux cs630.h. We opened it. Then this is the 723 task struct. And we look where it is end. It is end in the line 1506. Then the number of lines is about 733. Let us go and see in the Linux source code, Linux 5.15 include Linux ched. We opened it again. It's defined the task struct. Now it is solved our first problem. But what about the function fopen, fget, print, and printf and close? These are defined in the C standard library. So we use them as a wrapper function for system call. We don't call the system from the Linux call like print, open, etc. We use this wrapper function because they are performed quickly and efficiently. Which that means fopen and the others, not system call, they are wrappers for built function, easy to call and more simple. Then we want to look for the read file. We do the same thing in the elixir bootlane.com and we found it in the fs file, Linux fs, and we opened it. We found this code about it. Now let us take some note about this function. fd is a parameter and user buffer and count. fd buffer reads file as number bytes taken from a file and put them in a buffer. If the count is more than or equal 0, there is no problems, and if there is less than that, it is a problem and it gives an error. Here is the location of the read-write file, read-write in the Linux 5.15 fs, then read-write. We can open it and we now can travel to the third part of our. Here are our program of the homework for section 3. There is an parameter character and integer as identifier as integer and string as character. We read the string and print the hi student, etc. Or it's print master student as mentioned in the question. How do we do the program that is executed as a command? First of all, we open the terminal. We compile it using the command gcc hw4.c/o cs630. After that, it is halted. It takes some moment. Then we go to the root to be able to have some privilege to send our file to the bin, the execution command. It is halted also. Then we make the command cp copy the home Al-Khatib desktop cs630 to the bin to make them as an executable command. It is halted also. Now, after we move them to the bin to be an executable command, we exit the root. Now we can use the command as we want. We write cs360, that's wrong. We should write cs630. Now enter the name. We can call Sami or Ahmed. Enter the ID, we can use 0. Then he gave us, as in the homework, hi Ahmed, master student, this is our advanced operating system, etc. Now we can enter the ID and the name, like again cs630, enter the name Sami as the homework say. The ID, we can enter the number of ID. He will give us, hi Sami student, I see your student ID, the number, etc. And I hope I will done. Thank you for listening.